So the question for this presentation is, can I become the director of my own company after I get employment pass? So obviously this question is relevant for foreign promoters who are incorporating a company in Singapore and they are planning to relocate to Singapore to work for that company. And sometimes these foreign promoters find it amusing that first they are registering the company, then the company's name on that company's credentials, they are applying for employment pass for the promoter. Then the promoter, that is that person who incorporated the company, can shift to Singapore on that employment pass and becomes the director of the company. And then the local nominee director is no more required. Sometimes people doubt whether this arrangement is legitimate and they have doubts around this overall arrangement. So let's have a look in this presentation. So first let's understand the concept. Now every company that you incorporate in Singapore must have a local director at the time of incorporation. Obviously the foreign promoter do not have any local director. So they can incorporate the company with a nominee director, and if the promoter has an intention to relocate to Singapore and work for this company, then the employment pass for that foreign promoter can be applied. And once the employment pass has been approved, foreign promoter can relocate to Singapore and work for that company and act as a local director. Now here this person who incorporated the company is acting in two different capacities. One as a promoter where he has invested some capital in that company and wishes that that business will grow. And another capacity in which is related to this company is that of an employee. So as an employment pass holder, he is going to act as an employee of this company, work for the company and develop the business. So both these capacities are different and they are not directly related to each other, except the fact that the person involved in both these capacities in this case is same. So legally speaking, law will not worry whether same person is applying for employment pass or it is going to be somebody else. So continuing on this concept, the way it happens, that every company being an artificial person needs a local director or active director, and promoter agrees to act as a local director come employee of the company and then shift to Singapore. So this arrangement, this mechanism explained, is a very common practice in Singapore, and every year few thousand companies are established like this where the promoter of the company in an employee capacity shifts to Singapore. Now there are few restrictions of this that you need to understand. The first restriction is that you can act as the director only for the company which has sponsored your employment path. You cannot act as a director for any other company. For example, your friend's company or somebody asking you to act as a nominee director, that you cannot do. And the second restriction is that you are applying for an employment pass. And that means you are agreeing that you are in an employer-employee relationship with this company. And that means you are going to work in Singapore for this company on a full-time basis. And that also means that you are going to relocate to Singapore and your usual place of stay is going to be Singapore. You also agree that you are going to receive the salary from this company, and you also agree that on this income that you generate, salaried income, at the end of the year you are going to pay taxes. So this arrangement works only when employer-employee intent is there. If your idea is to get this employment pass only for the traveling convenience to Singapore, then this is not the case. Then don't explore this route. So in summary, in case of foreigner promoted companies applying for employment pass for the main promoter after incorporation, and once he relocates to Singapore, appointing him as a local director is a common practice. It is a legal practice and there is nothing dodgy or fishy about it.
Thank you for watching this video. This video was brought to you by Epica Consulting Singapore. Subscribe to our channel today to get notified when new videos are posted.